Welcome back to Grit Gym. Today we're going over a Monday mindset thing around time, and what we're going to get into is not about time management, but actually being able to create time. And I know that this sounds like a very crazy thing. I'll tell you about the story of how I came up with this based on a time management conference that I went to. But Move Strong Games this Saturday. If you're not registered, there's an event on this page somewhere where you can go get registered. Click on there, get registered. If you are a Grit Gym member, email me or to gritgym.com/games and you can get in for free. But you have to be a Grit Gym member to do that. Registration starts at 8 a.m. The events start at 9 a.m. There will be an event going on in here simultaneously with an event going on outside, and then you'll switch back and forth throughout the event. So total there are 7 events plus 1 wild card event, and if there happens to be a tie, we throw a tiebreaker in there too. But how do you manage time? Stop. Don't do it. Don't try to manage time, create time. And what I'm talking about there is a very simple equation. Time equals distance divided by speed, okay? Just a very simple physics equation, right? Now where this gets crazy is it's just too simple. And it's like, yeah, but that's not how time works, because this is how the status quo has told you, is that everybody has the same 24 hours in the day, and they are accurate. Everybody has the same 24 hours in the day. However, not everybody goes at the same speed, and not everybody goes at the same distance. And what the status quo tries to tell you is that speed is most important. If you go faster, then you'll get more done, and then you'll have more time. However, they're wrong. And when I went to this conference, I went to this time management conference to be more productive. I wanted to master this time thing so that I could get more out of my day, so I could still spend time with Rachel, still do all the businessy stuff, still do all my health stuff, still be able to train people, still get it all in without my whole life crumbling around me, which happens when you're a go-hard like me. So anyway, what I was always concentrated was on the wrong side of the equation. I was always over here on time. How do I make more time? Well, you don't get to make more time unless you do. What I'm going to tell you right now is that you can create more time. And what this guy's whole conference basically came down to was he thought that you should increase your distance and increase your speed as much as you possibly can, which is not wrong. If you increase your distance and you increase your speed, yes, you have gone more distance faster, right? But his math is wrong. It's wrong. It's not good math. If I go a distance of 16, it's a lousy 16. If I go a distance of 16 and at a speed of 16, I still have 1. It's bad math. It doesn't work, right? However, if I were to be able to get the same amount done with less speed, so if I actually slow down and get right here, right now, this is what it came down for me. He just kept on hammering this whole stop managing time and create it. Use this equation. And he's right. Use this equation. No doubt about it. Time equals distance divided by speed. If you can stop looking at time and you can start becoming a master of how far you go, then you get to create time. The error that he made was that he increased speed and he increased distance. He was all about going very far, very fast. And what I'm going to say is that does not create more time, that just creates more distance. He's wrong. If he were to go the same distance and at a speed of 1, he would have increased his time by 16. Sometimes I do this and people are like, Adam, this is just too simple of a math equation. It doesn't work out like this. This is only theoretical. No, that is real. You have increased your time by 16-fold because you slowed down by 16. That's how physics works, okay? If we apply this across the galaxies, this is how it would work. All right, so what if we could double our productivity, but we increased our time if we went double? We'd still end up with 16. Time equals distance divided by speed. And I suppose I should backtrack here a little bit, because we have to get clear on what distance and speed and time are. Time is how everybody thinks of time. Time is the 24 hours in the day, okay? Time. Okay, distance is productivity, okay? So distance is productivity, and speed is how fast you can do that productivity, okay? Speed is not your ally when it comes to time. You want less speed and you want more distance, so you want less speed, you want to produce more, and you want to slow down in order to produce more so that you get more time. You start applying this to everything you do, and all of a sudden, you start gaining more time. For this, the reasoning for this is to stop thinking like the status quo thinks. Status quo thinks go faster, go faster, go faster, go faster. Well, if you do that, let's say that we produced 32, right? But we were able to go faster, 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 and we got up to a speed of 64. This is where status quo fucks you over. It's only 2. You only had 2 time. This is why the status quo drowns out people. This is why people are not able to get as much done as they want to get done. This is why the status quo is stupid. If you've been watching this show for a while, you realize the status quo is not right very often when we start analyzing this. Okay? When we start analyzing what we do, we don't need to do this. Okay? If we can get 32 at a speed of 4, we get a time of 16. If we can get 32, a production of 32, but we can slow down, we get 4. I did my math wrong there. If we can slow down our time, but still produce the same amount, we get 16. Just quadrupled. By cutting our time in half, doubled. Doubled. All right, by cutting our time in half, we doubled our time. By cutting our speed in half, we doubled our time. If we can get it clear down to where we're absolutely present right now in this moment, and we slow down and we take our time and we get right here, right now to find the solution, to plan for the future and learn from the past, and to really be all right now, then all of a sudden we can get to where we can have 32 as a time. This seems, I realize, every time that I explain this, people look at me with this blank stare, and I can almost feel it through the internet. This blank stare, like, can it really be that simple? But I think what happens is when you actually get down here to 1, where you're just managing one, where you're not managing it, you're focused on one thing, just one thing, and nothing else even exists, that you can get so clear of unreasonable fears, and you can stop getting in your own way, and you can stop self-sabotage, and you can start being all in on this one thing, that you're more likely to be able to come up with the solution for that one thing. And in that, you increased your time, because you don't meander off into this focus on what you call the distraction thing. You're all right here, right now, because you're not trying to do a speed of 4, you're trying to do a speed of 1. Remember, we went the same production here. Now you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing, and you can just increase. Let's say we double our production to 64, and we're still going at 4. I think that's 16. Am I right there? 16, 32, yeah. So 16. So we got a speed of 16. Now, if we were to double our production from there, we'd be at 128 at the same speed. Now we're at 32. Okay, we just gave ourselves more time because we were more productive. What I'm going to suggest is to do both. I think that it's important to do both, but I think that this number should be the first one that you look at. Okay, I think that you should look at the distance that you go before you look at the speed at which you go at. Okay, to put all your focus on distance, because the speed is going to be something that you practice. Being present is almost a skill. It's like being able to get right here, right now, and to grow within that. And that's going to take time to learn how to do that. Whereas production, you can do that today. You can put all of your focus on production today, and then tomorrow you get a little bit better, and tomorrow you get a little bit better. But I am going to say both. I think that you focus on being present and you focus on being productive. Like if you focus on speed, just going faster, 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 you're not going to actually get more time. You're going to get less time. It's all backwards. Oh no, it is, isn't it? Because that's what this video does. Sorry about that, guys. I'll flip it around next time. Just know time equals distance divided by speed. And if you actually do this equation out, the bigger the distance number is, the more time that you get. So the bigger the distance number is and the smaller the speed number is, the more time you get. So the slower you go the slower you go, while the further that you go, the more time you do get. So is it true that you only get 24 hours in a day? Yeah. But what are you doing with those 24 hours? Are you going far and are you going slow? Okay, that will get you more time. Anyway, I'm cutting this one short. I got a lot of stuff to do today, but this is something that we go over extensively, and I think it's a little bit more compelling in the 100 Ways to Stay Focused. It'll be coming out soon. That this was a game changer for me, but it took me about a year of forcing this equation into my head to really get clear on what this was. When the guy wrote it up on the board, I was like, and he said, put all your focus on going faster and being more productive. I was like, I don't know, that's not true. That doesn't get me more time. That just increases the fraction. So if I had a distance of 4 and a speed of 4, then I wouldn't get more time. I'd get the same time as 12 and 12 and 32 and 32 and 82 and 82. I'd still get the same fraction. I'd still get the same 1 for time. But if I were to be able to go a distance of 82 at a speed of 1, now I just have 82 instead of 1. It's a really simple thing when you start to really wrap your head around it. But anyway, don't try to manage time. Time management doesn't work. If anything, I think it would be more a matter of focusing energy and focus and effort than managing time anyway. But I highly encourage you, use this, wrap this around your head, and this was a game changer for me, and I hope it can be a game changer for you too. So please like, comment, share on this video, and if you know anybody that wants to compete in the Move Strong Games or is on the fence or anything like that, send them over a link, invite them in for a workout, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And it'll be, registration starts at 8 a.m. Registration starts at 8, events start at 9, and we want to get everything done in under 2 hours. So 2 events going on at the same time, one in here, one out there, and we'll have multiple administrators at each, 2 people going at once, and we'll run everybody through. There's a category over 45, under 45, and under 18. You have to be 14 years old to be able to join. I think other than that, all the other rules are just in the details of the events. But anyway, thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll see you again tomorrow for the Rachel and Adam Show.